Okay, so this video, I'm going to focus on combining lines and shapes and some of the tools we can use to do that. So here is this self-portrait that I started, and I want to create 3 variations of this. In a way, this is me trying to create a more simple version, something that's more like a logo, something that can be like some sort of iconic design. So in order to do that, I'm going to create duplicates. There's a couple ways to do this. One way to do that, to do what I want here, is to create some duplicate artboards. So under Window, there's this Artboard window that you can activate here, and here it is. And what you can do is you can create duplicates of this by dragging it onto the little box here, and just left click dragging Artboard on there. Now I have a duplicate. So I can keep the original and I can work in this duplicate. And what I'll do here is zoom in and select this duplicate and make a smaller version here, and then option click drag, make a duplicate down below, and then option click drag 2 more times. Now I have 3 variations now that I can adjust different ways. So I'll go to one of these. And let's say I want to adjust this one to make some shapes that I can maybe fill in, let's say. So one way to combine things is to cut shapes and to rejoin them. So you can use the scissors tool here, or you can hit C. And then what you can do is you can just click on the line, click on another point, and if you select that line, you can see it's separate. Sometimes what you can do is, if you want to make sure that it is separate, just give it a different color. So double click on the stroke swatch here. You see that line's red. And then let's say I want to combine it with this other line here. So I will cut that line as well. This time I'm using the selection tool as well, since I want to select the whole line. And just so we can see it, I'll change this color, let's say green. So now I have 2 segments I created. So the next thing you want to do is just combine them, and you can do that by using the join command. So the join command is under path in the object menu. It's not highlighted because I don't have anything to join yet. And the shortcut is Command J. So and the key here is to grab 2 points and join those points together. So if I select one line, select another line, I have 2 endpoints here, and you can see them. They're the little open white boxes. And if you want to see them a little bit more clearly, what you can do is hit Command J. And then you can just see the strokes that you want to apply this to. And when you click on those white boxes, you have to click on them directly so they're no longer white, they're a filled box. So if I click on the stroke, the vector line here, then those boxes, they're tiny, they're white. I click on them again, and I'm hitting the shift key down when I do that, then they become filled in. So they're no longer a white box, they're a little red box, as you can see right now. And then you hit Command J, and that combines the two. So if I hit Command Y to go back into the document here, you can see that now that line, it was red and green before. Now it's green because now it's one line that's connected together. So I'll go back here, and if you zoom in, and I'm using the space bar and command key to zoom in because it lets me stay within the selection tool. Sometimes I like to zoom in with the space bar command key and then zoom out again with the space bar command and option key. So I'm kind of always zooming in and zooming out just to explore what I have. You can see here, if I move this vector line a little bit, it's not attached. So I want to combine this as well. So I'll do the same thing. I will select the endpoint here, select the other endpoint. So they're both solid red dots, or actually little squares, and then hit Command J, and now they're combined. And sometimes you just want it to combine at one point. So what I'll do is I'll delete one of these points. And to do that, I'll just hit the negative key on the keyboard, and you get the pen tool with a little minus sign. I'll click on that, and now it's deleted. So now I have just one point. So now that I did that, maybe I'll do the same thing up here as well. I'm just going to zoom in and delete that point. So now I have a shape built from two lines that I cut using the scissors, which is commands, or just C, the C keyboard shortcut, and join. And now I can fill that with a color. And I just have to select the right piece there. And now that's filled in. So that's how you kind of combine things together. This assignment, I'm asking for just black and white, so you don't have to use colors. So here's another circumstance here. I have this line here. It's red. I have that line. It's blue. I have another line. I'll make it green. I have the circle down below. Make it yellow. Let's say I want to combine these shapes together. So I'll again go through this process of using cut, and join. So here I'll select the red line, hit C, I'll cut it there, cut it there. Sometimes you'll get this error if you're not selecting the correct line, or if you're not on the path. So that's where I like to zoom in, hit Command Y to see the actual vector line that I want to cut, and just more precisely cut that line. And then I'll go down here with this circle here. And again, you have to be on it or else you get this error. And it looks like it was wanting to cut another line. Okay, so I got it. I got it. Yeah, if that error pops up, you just really want to zoom in. And now I'm going to go through and select these points. Command J. Command J. I'll use the minus key to clean up the points. So get rid of any extra points there. Zoom in to the two endpoints that I want to connect. Really have to zoom in. It's hard for me to see. Like the points, if they're right on top of each other, what you may have to do is move something away and then select the two and then Command J. And you can also left click and shift drag over it and then kind of bring that point back to where it was. And zooming out. Again, these are right on top of each other, so they're hard to see. It's kind of dragging them apart. The thing is, too, if the lines, if the dots, if the points are right on top of each other, if you drag over them to select them both, and then hit Command J, you should only get 1 point because the points are right on top of each other. If the points are separated a little bit and you join them, they're not going to connect into 1 point. You're basically going to add a segment between the 2 points, and you'll have to use that delete point tool by hitting the negative key to get rid of that. So now I'll hit Command J. I can see it's now one solid line, and I can go in here with a fill color. I'll hit X to switch to my fill color and then fill that in. So that's the process of cutting and joining to combine things together. Scissors, here, the scissors tool, shortcut is C, and join, which is found underneath the path submenu in the object menu, and that's Command J.